And I want to just add one more point here, because it's very nice and well to talk about, the strong Jewish woman and the independent Jewish woman. And that woman will definitely move and shake things up. But at the same time, there's also that supportive role. And I think that the Rebbetzin very much, it was because she was so supportive of her husband, and she pretty much gave up her married life to him because she knew that this is what the Jewish people needed. And this was the revival of the Jewish people post the Holocaust. And the Rebbe really picked up a generation that was so down in the dumps and really picked it up and brought it back to life. And as much as he was the one in the limelight, she really gets so much of that credit.
Absolutely.
And while I say that, in the same breath, I would definitely take this opportunity, and I would be remiss not to mention my grandmother, Bubby Krinsky, who very much lived a similar life, who didn't make much fanfare, wasn't one that needed much attention, but she also very much gave up her husband so that you could be there for whatever the Rebbe needed. At some of the craziest hours of the day, you would come home 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. sometimes. You were seldom there when the children were growing up, when they were little. And look at the beautiful family that you managed to raise. And I think so much of that is to her credit.
All her.
Is to her credit, truly, because not only was she willing to give up all that time of being with you, but she didn't kvetch, and she didn't complain, and she didn't make you feel bad. Again, you're back at 7:00 in the morning, and again, you missed the birthday party, and again, you weren't there. She actually had us all feel so proud that we all felt, what an incredible merit. How lucky are we that you have this role? And I think that so much of this is to her credit.
All of it is.
And I definitely, wanted to mention her because she is such a role model to me in so many ways. Although I probably make a little bit more noise than she did, but she was always so proud of me making noise, so I don't mind.
She loved you.
But I know, I certainly know that. But she is really such a guiding force in my life, where I see how a couple can be, so different, or, have different strengths, but really complement each other and really support each other. That even if she didn't necessarily have that role, but she made it possible for you to have that role. And I think it's also, I think people find it really fascinating to know that she never actually met the Rebbetzin. And you had such a close relationship with the Rebbetzin, something that very few people had. Most people did not know the Rebbe's wife, Rebbetzin Chaim Mishka, who we've been speaking about. And you were considered like a son to her, and your wife never even met her because she was such a humble, unassuming woman.
They spoke on the telephone occasionally.
She didn't want to take the Rebbetzins' time. And let me tell you, I think I could learn a thing or two from that